how to know what fear is blocking you, is holding you back from taking action, and how to get out of the slumber zone. Such a fantastic question that I'm reading off my Instagram right now that was asked by one of my followers. And it's an important one because we want to know, right? It's like, well, if I know the root cause of my problem, then I can get out of it. But actually, what if we look at it from another way? And when is it that there are times, when is it that we actually don't need to go to the root cause? We don't need to know the reason because that's an ego trap. What do I mean by that? Let's dive right in. Okay, such a fantastic question. How do we know which fear is standing in my way? Why do we need to know it? There's this idea that if I know, then I can fix it, right? And it's absolutely valid a lot of times, especially at the beginning of the journey. And this is what I want to address because it really depends where you are on your path. And I have several videos here on this channel. Depending on where you are on your path, you can see which one is it that is relevant for you. Because I'm giving you general information here. I work with clients one-on-one. I can feel them where they're at. I can feel their energy where they're at. And it really differs how I answer questions from different people. Now, when we begin, we want to know the root cause, and it's really helpful for us to understand, oh, those thoughts or those patterns or those beliefs, they didn't just come from nowhere. It has to do with what my parents believed. Oh my God, that makes so much sense. It's such a pattern. Or it makes sense because this thing happened to me. And that's the story that I create around it. And bringing those things to awareness can be so, so powerful and transformational until we realize that feeling of freedom is temporary. The release that we feel as we shine light on those blocks is temporary. It will give us those short results like, oh my God, yes, I cleared it. I don't have to believe into that story anymore. Next. But we can only go this far if we don't implement what I'm about to share with you right now. I believe it was the author of the book Power versus Force, Dr. Hawkins, who said that the first half of your life, it's about building up your ego, and the second part is about destroying it. So we want to bring this to awareness. We want to understand, okay, there are those roots of these fears, but most importantly, and I cannot emphasize how key this is, if you cannot access things from the present moment, from the place of power, and I made a video of why the present moment's important, and I was really in this place of that's stupid, okay, and you can check out the video here. If you cannot be present with, if you keep going into what were those fears, what were those childhood traumas, what were those things from my lineage, what were those things from my past lives, that this is a belief system that resonates with you, your mind will always come up with reasons to be unhappy, with reasons why right now is not enough, with reasons why right now you can't succeed, why right now you should not go for that thing that you want. It will keep creating limitations. So there's so much content out there, and on my channel as well. What are some things that you can bring productivity into your life? And that's what I started with talking about. But because that's what kind of people wanted to hear. But that's not what creates long-term results. What creates long-term results, and I mean, that totally works for a short time. Can you actually just be present with that fear? And there's a video right here that I would strongly recommend for you to watch just because it goes deeper into this topic, how to actually let go of old patterns. We try to understand where is the fear coming from, where is this origin, so that I can release it. And so many people that I'm around that, whether it's the same kind of accountability groups or whether it's some coaching things or people that I see in my life, they had this thing of just the same fears coming up. They seem to work through it, but it keeps coming up. And I asked myself, well, why don't I have that? Why don't clients that I work with have that? because we address it in a different way, because we're not trying to get rid of, we're trying to be there with. So shining light on, okay, right now, in the present moment, and this is deeper work that I do with my one-on-one clients, so this resonates, definitely check out the link below. There's a way that you can work with me. But what we want to go into is from the present moment, what's coming up right now? What does that feel right now? And not trying to fix it, not trying to work with it. Yes, you can go into what is the story right now? But it's also about what do I need right now? And asking yourself, speaking to yourself, you are all you need. All the medicine is all within you. You know. You just have to learn how to listen to it. And again, this is what we do in the Powerful Self membership, monthly membership. This is what we do in my one-on-one program. Learning how to listen to yourself and hearing yourself and taking that medicine. How do we get out of the slumber zone? I want to address the second part of this question. We believe that procrastination is, there was a video on the procrastination on my channel. We believe that procrastination is, well, there's something wrong with me, or I'm just lazy. It never is. There's a reason that something's not in alignment. There is a reason why you don't feel excited, eager to move forward with it, addressing that. There's absolutely that part on the mind level that, we're waiting for motivation until we do something, and it doesn't work like that. It's we do something, we get that momentum, and then with that already momentum motivation, we do more of that thing with the newly gained motivation, more of it, right? Because it snowballs. So there's definitely this beginning. But what I love to address, and with the people that I work with, is that feeling what that resistance is. Because sometimes the slumber zone comes because of, I need nutrition, I need self-care, and this is definitely something I have on my channel too, like how do you build that foundation for success. And we actually just had a membership frequency workshop in there. So are you replenished? How do you feel energized, right? And so sometimes we go into, well, right, I'm supposed to be productive. Why aren't I productive enough? Have you put those things in place for you to be productive, for you to feel good? Are you just going with the society's narrative, or you're just supposed to wake up and be productive? Why? Why am I doing all of this if I don't feel good right now? Because it comes from raising your frequency. As I was talking about motivation. But it's not about trying to get motivation and pushing yourself to do something. It's, can I just drop that and feel so good? And from that place, okay, I have to do this thing. And yes, it may come as a have to, right? Maybe you have to do your taxes. I have to do my taxes soon. And sometimes like, oh God, but I don't want to. I can just drop it for a little bit and do something that really replenishes me, and then go through my to-do list like, oh, okay, there are taxes on it. And I don't look at it as, ugh. I go like, okay, that's something I just get to do, and I feel replenished and good and energized, and I can do this quickly, and I can move on to the next thing. There's more energy. But it doesn't come from pressuring yourself to do the taxes when you don't want to do them. So how do we get out of the slumber zone? How do we get out of anger? How do we get out of sadness? The first step is not rejecting it. The first step is not trying to fix it. Like, oh, well, there's this energy that is procrastination, or that is anger, or that is sadness, and it's coming up, and it's not okay. Instead of your judgments, instead of your labels, instead of your rejections, can you offer that energy your presence? Can you offer that energy, your acceptance? Your energy, really. And that wasn't me messing up as I was talking. It's your energy. It's not you, but it's a part of you. And can you come in and create wholeness instead of, all right, I have to fix this about me. This is the full embodiment of, I'm at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. What if it's all in alignment? What if it's all happening for you? What if your body knows? What if you can actually go with the flow of it and see what happens if you follow it? How would that feel? What results would that bring? So on this note, I would love to hear down below in the comments, what are you hearing me say? What did you take away from this? How would you look at things in your life differently after hearing this? I thank you so much for being here. If this resonates, give it a like, give it a heart. I don't know what it is nowadays on YouTube. Do share this with someone who is maybe pushing themselves way too hard and doesn't have to do the million things and doesn't have to go with the society's narrative of you're supposed to go and do. Most creatures hibernate and we humans don't, and we feel like it's okay and we're just supposed to produce all the time and feel amazing all the time. And if we don't, then we have to fix that or look on the bright side or be positive about it. And we don't allow space for wholeness, for acceptance, for understanding there's duality. And actually those moments of, down are so freaking powerful, because if we know how to use it, that can create fuel to that which we do want to create, because it's just contrast. And we have to know how to learn how to work with that contrast. So I hope that this week you can bring more acceptance, more love, more wholeness into your life experience, because also not just for yourself, but when you do that within yourself, that just naturally radiates to everyone around you, whether they're consciously aware of it or not. So that is what I wish for you this week, and I'll see you in the next one.